I'm not going to lie, Saturday night at Phoenix had that something's about to blow up energy the second Jesse Love lost the lead, because Jesse Love led almost the whole GOVX 200 and still watched Justin Allgaier take it from him late. And the moment that happened, the post-race vibe turned from great race to okay, here we go again. What are people going to accuse NASCAR of this time? So, in this video, we're breaking down exactly how Allgaier stole the GOVX 200 at Phoenix, why Jesse Love was so heated after the race, what Love said that's getting twisted into this whole cheating/rigged conversation online, and the one part nobody wants to admit. Phoenix wasn't about magic. It was about one tiny mistake that turned into a 1-0 lap nightmare. Alright, quick background so the chaos actually makes sense. Phoenix Raceway is a 1-mile track that punishes you for being even slightly off. It's not like a super speedway where you can draft yourself back into it, and it's not like a road course where you can outbrake somebody into a corner and flip the whole race in one move. Phoenix is rhythm, tire life, clean exits, and late restarts. Racing here is basically a street fight with a rulebook. And Saturday's NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race, the GOVX 200, turned into exactly that. Because for most of the night, this looked like Jesse Love's race. He was fast. He was controlling the pace. He wins stage 2. He's leading laps like he owned the place, and the stats back it up. Love led 114 laps. That's not a good run. That's dominance. But here's the part that matters. Justin didn't need to be dominant all night. He only needed to be perfect when it mattered most. And that's how you end up with the most frustrating kind of finish. You do 90% of the work and still don't get paid. How Allgaier stole Phoenix in the last 11 laps. Let's walk through the finish in plain NASCAR terms. The race was relatively calm early. There weren't a ton of cautions in the first 2 stages. Drivers were actually able to settle into runs, and that's why the stage winners mattered. Sammy Smith wins stage 1. Jesse Love wins stage 2. And by the time you get to the final stage, Love's car is doing what a great Phoenix car does. Rotating, driving off, holding the bottom when he needs it, and not chewing the rear tires off. Then comes the turning point. Love takes the lead on a restart with 15 laps to go. That's the moment where the whole place starts leaning forward, because the math is simple. Survive a couple restarts, keep the car underneath you, and you're in victory lane. But Allgaier is right there, and he's not just following. He's pushing Love, pressuring him, forcing him into defense, and waiting for the smallest opening. And then it happens. Allgaier gets by with about 10 laps to go, and once he's out front, he flips the script. That's why the margin at the end looked comfortable, because once Allgaier controlled the air and controlled the line, Love had to be aggressive. And aggressive at Phoenix usually means you burn your stuff up before you ever get the move done. Allgaier wins. First win of the year. 29th career win, tying Matt Kenseth for 8th all-time in series wins. And he keeps his insane streak alive. A win in 10 consecutive seasons, most all-time. And that's where the second storyline starts, because Jesse Love did not look like a guy who just ran second and felt good about it. On the broadcast right after the race, Love basically said the quiet part out loud. The only thing he could point to was one change that hurt them, and it happened at the exact wrong time. He said, "I don't know. I think the only real misstep we really had was just tightening up the beginning of stage 3. Kind of put us behind." I don't know what his tire life was like, but yeah, just frustrated. That's a clean, honest driver answer. And you can hear what he's saying without saying it. We had it, we changed it, and it didn't drive the same. But then Love doubled down. And this is the quote that made people go, "Oh, he's hot." Yeah, if I show up to run second and just collect points, but obviously that's not why I'm here. Yeah, just beyond frustrated with myself. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm just upset with myself. That's not accusing NASCAR. That's a driver who knows he had the fastest car for most of the night and still let the trophy walk away, and that exact emotion is why fans start doing what fans always do. They look for another explanation, because for a lot of people he got beat late isn't satisfying. They want it to be something bigger. They want controversy. They want a villain. And right now, with the sport already dealing with the leftover cheating chatter from the Cup side after COTA, it didn't take long for the internet to try to pull Phoenix into the same messy conversation. Let's be real. Nobody wants to hear, "The guy timed the restart better," when your driver led 114 laps. So what happens? People start zooming in on the parts of the finish that feel unfair if you're the one who lost. Allgaier only led the last 11 laps. There were late yellows that bunched the field. Allgaier made aggressive blocks. Love got right to his bumper. and still couldn't move him.